This is embarrassing. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. On with the show. Uh, Here I am. I'm sorry. Dan Zivitz, owner of West LA Computer Fix and West LA Computer Expert. Let me see if I can get this to show what I want to show. Start with control panel. So I'm here today to basically help you get the most out of Microsoft Windows 8 and Windows 8.1. There are a few new features that are integrated into this version of Windows that many users aren't yet familiar with or are hesitant to use because they don't completely understand them, understand their purpose or how they work. Well, I'm here to help explain one of these new features known as file history. In the past, with the Windows Backup and Restore feature of Windows 7, for example, the user had to go through the ropes to get it set up. It was difficult to start and stop without creating a fear of data loss, and it could build up backups of the destination drive and fill it up without much user control to allow for space you need. And I don't know why I'm screen sharing. See if I can screen share. I'm sorry about that. So to get started, the easiest way to open file history is to hit the Windows key on the keyboard. And this program, Hangouts on Air, won't let me do that. So you can right-click the Start button in Windows 8.1 and go to Control Panel, which I've done. And then there's a file history link. If you click on it, first thing it'll say is searching for drives. I haven't set it up on this laptop yet, but I'm about to do that. So I'm going to plug in my Passport USB 3.0 drive so you can see how it's done. It's a 2 terabyte drive, one of larger capacity. So once Windows picks up the drive, you'll see that I can select a drive and it sees my passport, and I can add, I don't need to add a network location. You can do this to a network location, you can do it to a USB drive, you can do it to a internal drive, which is what I do on my desktop, or you can do it to a dock drive. So if I select my passport, so it's going to use my passport as the destination drive. So to give you a brief explanation of what file history is about, it periodically, every hour by default, scans the file system for changes and copies changed files to this location, this E drive that we're going to use. And so instead of backing up the entire system, it takes a snapshot of your personal documents, files, and media. And over time, file history builds a complete history of the changes made to any personal file. It only saves copies of files in your libraries, contacts, favorites, and on your desktop. So if you have folders somewhere else you want to back up, you can either add them to existing libraries or create a new library. So I can do that. I don't know why this is going back to this boycott and shower. That's getting old. But I'll go to screen share again and back to file history. And it's a matter of turning it on here. I'm not going to deal with the home group right now, so I'll just say no. So it's on, and it should start doing its thing, backing up my libraries. Now, I did want to add a library. two libraries, so I could back those up too. So if I go into, I have a document window open. If I just look at Windows Explorer on the left, I can, I wanted to back up my OneDrive. It does back up your offline OneDrive files, but I wanted to back up the live files, so I can right-click that folder and include in library, and then I want to create a new library. So it'll now become a library in Windows, so file history will know to back it up. And I also want to do the same thing with my Creative Cloud files. I'm going to right-click, include in library, create new library, and it should know to back up those files as they change and create versions of them. So that's all we have to do to set it up pretty much. It is turned on, so let me see if the screen share will show me file history where we were working before. And I can exclude folders. I'll exclude a couple just to show you how it works. I can go into like perhaps my picture folder. I may not want to include that in the backup. Maybe within my picture folder, maybe my screenshots. I don't really need a backup of those, so I can select that folder, and it'll become part of the file history scheme. And I'll save the changes. And it's so easy to turn on and off. You just go into the control panel, file history, and click the turn off button. It'll stop doing its job until you turn it on again. Also, there's the system image backup link, which has always been there from way back. Windows 7 had it, so you can create an image of your hard drive at any time. Advanced settings, you can change. The default is to do a backup of each file every hour. You can change it to how often you like, from 10 minutes to daily. Cache is 5% of the disk space, which is a good setting. Keep save version, default is forever, but I usually change that to 3 months because it'll fill up the disk space. I've seen it fill up the disk space on my desktop. I have an internal drive and it would fill it up, so I put it to 3 months. And I'll save the changes there. So I hope it was saving my screen, sharing my screen. If not, I'm going to have to do this all over again. Another thing about file history is that it's optimized for laptop support, because laptops are constantly changing power states and being connected and disconnected from networks and devices. So it knows how to work with laptops. And so that was part one. I'm going to stop this video and start up Hangouts on Air on my desktop to show you what it looks like after it's been running. It's been running for a year now, and I'll show you how to preview the files you're interested in and to restore them either to original location or to make a copy and restore it to some other location. So I'll see you in a second.